What is going on, guys? David Braga back here with a Game 5 review type thing, recap, I guess if you want to call it that. Golden State forces a Game 6 back in Oracle Arena. It will be the final game that they play in Oracle, led by Steph Curry with 31 and Klay Thompson with 26. You might notice Kevin Durant only played 12 minutes and only had 11 points. He was not on a minutes restriction. He did start, played the 12 minutes. We'll get to that in a little bit. I've got some words on that. Might make a separate video, not entirely sure yet. Had 11 points in 12 minutes, made all 3 of his 3-point attempts. 2 free throws to go along with that. Had 11 and 2 in 12 minutes of playtime. 12 minutes of playtime after sitting out a month. Had 11 points and 2 boards. Just unreal talent. The guy is an absolute monster. You'd argue the best player in the league. Finished fourth on the team in points and only played the first 12 minutes of the game. Sat out towards the end of the first quarter. Like I said, we'll get to that a little bit later. DeMarcus Cousins played excellently. Pleasantly surprised with how DeMarcus Cousins played. 14 points, 6 boards, 1 assist. That's great for him. Draymond had a 10-10-8 game. Still you really want to see this number up. If this is what he does in Oracle in Game 6, they're not going to win Game 6. But as a team, they went 20 of 42. I believe that's an NBA record for most 3-pointers made in a road finals game. With the 20, they actually made more 3-pointers than they did 2-pointers, as well as going 10 of 14 from the line. If we take a look here at the Raptors, they went 21 of 27 from the line, 8 of 32 from 3. So the Warriors made 12 more 3-pointers than them, and it was a 1-point game. Kind of, maybe a little bit fishy there. But it was a great game. Both teams made 38 shots, so pretty even. Warriors had a lot more threes, and the Raptors had a lot more free throws. Kawhi Leonard played a great game, 26, 12, and 6. He's been the catalyst for them. Again, all 5 starters. Danny Green really struggled. He had a couple open looks for 3. He went 0 for 4 on the day. He had a couple open looks that just didn't fall. I apologize if I keep looking up. I've got SportsCenter here getting some news on some stuff. But yeah, Danny Green struggled a little bit from the floor. Obviously, he only went 2 of 7 in 33 minutes. Had a 4-5-0 game. You'd like to see more out of him if you're the Raptors, but you still got 15-6 out of Ibaka and 11-2 from Van Vliet, who again was just great. 3-6 from downtown. Kawhi Leonard was 2 of 7, made both of those late in the game. He had 1 point in the third quarter, and then scored or assisted on 14 straight, 10 of those being scored. He scored 10 in a row and then assisted on 4 more in a row in the fourth quarter, which actually got the Raptors the lead before Steph made a 3 to cut it to 3, and then Klay made a 3 to cut it to 3. Steph tied the game. Klay made a 3. Raptors got a goaltend to cut it to 1, and then Kyle Lowry got the final shot. It was actually blocked by Draymond Green. A lot of people think that Lowry just flat out missed the shot. Draymond Green did get a piece of it. So it was a tough break for Lowry, but we're going back to Game 6. Hopefully it'll be another good game. Now, I want to talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had suffered a injury. Let me turn this down a little bit. You guys don't need to be have that blaring super loud. Kevin Durant suffered an Achilles injury. Let's see if I can actually play the video here. Are you going to let me play the video? Maybe not.
His teammates going over to check on him.
He starts limping, and the Raptors fans just...
They don't like to hear the fans cheering.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that.
No question.
Good. You can see here, if we go back just a little bit, after he gets up, you can see here Danny Green's up with the Lowry's telling him to be quiet.
They don't like to hear the fans cheering.
I'm surprised by that, and the players are telling him not to be doing that.
No question.
Everybody's going over to greet him. So it's just terrible. Just absolute terrible. Here's Bob, the Warriors GM. Just super emotional. You hear it in his voice here.
Kevin had it's an Achilles injury. I don't know the extent of it.
Just
He'll have an MRI tomorrow.
Very frustrated with himself.
Prior to coming
upset.
back,
Obviously
he
losing a guy like Kevin
went through
again.
4 weeks with our medical team, and
what he
was
says here
thorough
at the
and
end
was
really kind of
experts and multiple MRIs and multiple doctors, and we felt good about the process. He was
I didn't
cleared
think
to
Katie
play
was gonna
tonight.
play.
That was a collaborative decision. I don't believe there's anybody to blame, but I understand this world. And if you have to, you can blame me. I run our basketball operations department.
We live in a world that the GM of the Golden State Warriors has to take the blame for Kevin Durant's injury.
Let me tell you something about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
He goes on to say Kevin Durant's just, he's all about the game. He wanted to be out there, everything like that. He goes on to say a couple other things, but I'll cut that short. Players around the league, D Wade, even with all the things he's done, most fanned out I've been. He knew he wasn't right, but wanted to be out there for his brothers at sports. Trae Young, major respect for KD. Kevin Love, no, hate to see that shit, which, you do. And it takes
significance of the injury.
Kyle Lowry over here. I've always had respect for Kyle, but let's take a look at what he has to say with this.
I don't think the fans knew the significance of the injury. They kind of just seen it went down, and in this league, we're all brothers. At the end of the day, we're all brothers, and it's a small brotherhood. And you never want to see a competitor like him go down, and you don't know what the circumstances are.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with Kyle Lowry. You never want to see anybody go down. People frustrated. They asked DeMarcus Cousins. He said fuck him. Basically, that's what he said. I'm not paraphrasing at all. They asked him about people that question KD's toughness, people that and he just said fuck him. And Clay said it was bullshit that they were cheering for the injury. Obviously, everybody's super upset, which they should be. It's cheering an injury under any circumstances is wrong. And I've been a firm believer of that across any sport. No matter who you're a fan of, no matter who you're which players you like and don't like, you never cheer for an injury. And I get it. Kyle Lowry said it in his interview. Maybe the fans didn't know the severity of it. But you know what? At the end of the day, that shouldn't really matter. You never cheer for a guy to get hurt, and it's upsetting that that's what it came to. And I hope it was just a couple of the Raptors fans being the vocal minority. Having one too many beers or something. But just disappointed in those fans, and disappointed in any fan that cheers an injury, regardless of the team. So. Me being a Packers fan, I've had to deal with Vikings fans posting pictures of Anthony Barr sacking Aaron Rodgers, saying that Rodgers is weak and everything. And it's just, cheering injuries to anybody of any team just to me is wrong. And, Golden State's going to have to move forward without him. Kevon Looney also left the game, re-aggravating his collarbone, his chest injury. So it's going to be tough for Golden State. I think they can win Game 6, but I don't know if they can win a Game 7 in Toronto. So it'll be interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Kevin Durant situation. Let me know if you think Golden State comes back, if Toronto's going to hold off and win Game 6 or Game 7 to end out the series. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.